feels like a relic of yesteryear when a rivalry is built on tainted water. But as these fans know, the Little Brown Jug's history is a long one, and when it's on the line, everyone is thirsty for a sip of victory. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Michigan's offense will start this game off. The Gophers put up quite a fight for the Jug last year, but it was the Wolverines pulling out a close one.
And that's not a surprise. Michigan dominates this series, and they own the Little Brown Jug. You might as well put Wolverines on it as much as they've won it. They need to make sure they set the tone early. Don't give Minnesota life. Show their dominance early in this football game.
You know, you had to wonder last year if a lot of those players at Michigan maybe weren't thinking about, you know, the rivalries with Penn State and Michigan State and obviously Ohio State at the end of the year. Minnesota is not a program you can overlook, though, because they are tough and they are scrappy, and they're coming for that Little Brown Jug.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. On the run, it's Haynes. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Leaves it with the back. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Just when they're looking run, now up top. That's caught. It's Moore. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Off play action. Rushes on him. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Underwood. That's reeled in, it's Haynes. Gets it out across the 40, stopped short of the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 41, and might they choose to go for it here. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Golden Gophers offense will get the ball for the first time. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down.
42, Spider. 42.
Trying play action. Start playing.
And these plays take time to develop. Nice job on the offensive line, buying some time. And how about the quarterback with a great decision? Seeing his receiver start on the left side, come all the way across the formation, get him the football. He does the rest, gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Michigan offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, men love to get a drive going here. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Catch in the middle, it's Marsh. Hits the accelerator to the right. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Off the play fake on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Glenn. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Got it behind the line. It's Martin. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
From the 47-yard line on first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Lanier. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Wants to throw it. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They go to the ground. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Going with the ground game left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. In the roar of the little brown jug, guys, it originally was just a water jug that Michigan wanted back, and Minnesota told him, well, come win it if you want it so bad.
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's not the most expensive-looking trophy out there for sure, but it was important. I mean, it was helping hydrate people back in the day, David, so, you know, you get points for that.
Not expensive, but you know what? Anything that drives the hate between people and the animosity, sign me up, bro. And so we got to play for it. It means something, and people argued about it. Little brown jug me.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense gets set for second down. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Here comes the heat. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They want to run this quarterback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards. yards on the play.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Leaves it with the running back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And it's lobbed into the air, and that one's going to be picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Grabbed in the middle, it's Morgan. There he goes! At the 30. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is broken up, incomplete. But wait, there's more. Flag on the field, and it might be against the offense. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they've got on second down. They try to pop a run on the draw. There he goes. Snowed under by the defense. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
The Wolverines line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points.
Ready, set. Fire.
Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Pittman. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This rivalry dates back to 1892, but it was in 1903 that fielding Hurry Up Yost was worried that Minnesota would contaminate his water supply, hence the start of the Little Brown Jug.
How about that, man? A little tampering back then. You're gonna fix the game, mess with my players, and I think all those things. It's really cool to learn the backdrops, Jesse, of rivalries and how things are named the way they are, and why the hatred usually runs so deep.
You know what's interesting is a lot of these players on the field right now, they probably don't have any idea of the history and how interesting that is. All they care about is adding another trophy to the trophy case, and they want the Little Brown Jug in that box.
They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Finds his man, it's Morgan. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's the handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
The Wolverines will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Golden Gophers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. To the ground with the back. East
Move the chains.
And the Golden Gophers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, David.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on fourth down and you know your defense will make a stand. They held them to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job of that defense.
It is. So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. To the air, it's Underwood. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Now on second down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And this defense is being paged for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack.
Moves really quickly. I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage, too, because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
Enough for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Sweet cut there. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Golden Gophers are threatening in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And the Golden Gophers line it up with a first and goal. He'll pull it on the read. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Minnesota! Quick strike through the air for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Back to pass. It's Underwood. That's caught. It's Moore. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Fires to the big fella. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, great energy in that building and a fun first half for both Michigan and Minnesota with the little brown jug on the line.
And the Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner will be brought down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
It'll be third and long. Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. Buys a little extra time. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So here comes the Michigan offense. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Moore. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Wolverines in the hurry-up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
First and goal, Michigan.
He's looking to pass. Trying to barrel in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Fires into the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field.
Offense.
That score could have put them within realistic striking distance, but the penalty turns things around, and they'll have to go back to work. Now on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Underwood. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. He might want another play. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit.
False start. Offense.
Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Going for it all. Touchdown, Wolverines. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisiana is down, but they are not out of it. Not there at Cajun Field, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to Arkansas State. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He's out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go to the ground. Breaks into the open. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Direct snap. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving. You give them a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy
just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it and forcing the incompletion.
Now on third down for this offense. To the air, it's Lindsey. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Setting up the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. I know they put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
He'll do it himself. Shakes off the defender. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Running it to the right. Got room to work. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
On the ground, it's Martin. Turning it on! What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Really nice run there. You've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the third quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he is looking really good.
The give to the left side. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We reach the break. It's Minnesota holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Nice sack by the defense. Great job getting to him, getting him on the ground. That's the fourth sack of the day. This defense has had some bright moments, but they've also given up some big plays. Keep rushing the quarterback, but keep that coverage intact in the back end.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
And that is no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The short hands, it's Cleese-Corn. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Motion from the wideout. They're going to ride this running back.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. The give on the option. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quarterback on the keeper. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
Catch in the middle. It's Morgan. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Yeah, and you can tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. Those are one of those plays where he puts it on the money. You just try to make yards after the catch, but keyword being after the catch.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll go to the air on third and short. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
And he got just enough of that one. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And the returner goes down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find them.
There he goes. Really good job making the play, getting it out to the 24, moving those chains.
Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. Got some room to run.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have...
Touchdown, Michigan! A great catch and run for 6.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
The extra point here would tie the game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Almost a little bit more on that return. He's chased out of bounds at the 30, in good starting position for this offense. Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air, it's Lindsey. Complete downfield. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And that play right there really shows you the trust between the quarterback and his wide receiver. They've obviously worked for hours all season long on these routes near the sideline. Nice throw, great catch.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Plows through the defense. Still running at the 40. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on 3rd down would make it easier. Sets up the screen. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
Pulls and fires complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Touchdown, Golden Gopher! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The extra point is good, and now... They're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. UNLV is on top, but it's not like Randall Cunningham is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 4 over Utah State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. looking for a physical attack from the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
The defense will try to hold up one more time, under 2 minutes to go. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab, it's Moore. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. From the gun, the ground game. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Second down, they'll go to the air. A little release to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. And that falls incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He'll do it himself. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense, is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run, too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The give to the back. Quick spin on the run. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Little touch pass to the receiver. Hard running there. Timeout called by the defense and 15 seconds to go in this one. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. And so it's Minnesota who will be sipping the nectar of victory and taking home the little brown jug by beating Michigan. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.